Welcome back to the Nom Tum Makers family. Today, we follow Poland's unique lawnmower recycling project. He kicks things off by crafting the guide rails for the wheels. Though small, these wheels play a crucial, foundational role in the drive system. That's why every single measurement must be perfect. Even the slightest error, and the moving parts won't mesh together. Thick steel plates are reinforced between the wheels, ensuring they can handle the full weight of the track assembly. Next, a circular steel plate is machined into a guide wheel. These are welded together, then ground to create the grooves. After that, he uses a concentric lathe to cut the interlocking grooves and shave off the excess metal. Every step in this process must be done slowly, keeping an eye on the tolerances millimeter by millimeter. With the turning finished, a bearing and a safety locking pin are pressed into place, ready for the next stage of fabrication. Every step in this process must be done slowly, keeping an eye on the tolerances millimeter by millimeter. Now, all that's left are the parts to connect the wheels into one complete, seamless mechanism. He drills and taps the wheel axle holes, preparing for the tension spring setup. The hollow rectangular block is now fully welded. To ensure the spring slides in smoothly, it goes through another round of machining. A round iron piece and bolts will be welded permanently to serve as the load-bearing end for the tension spring. This spring acts just like a clutch system, determining the shifting of the gear ratios. Next, dismantle the old mower while ensuring the engine and drive components still work. This step looks simple enough and shouldn't take too much time. With the drive system separated, he measures precisely to ensure zero error before welding it in place. Moving on to the centerpiece of this entire build, the main drive gear. This is the hardest part. It needs a full redesign. Without blueprints, he's designing everything from scratch. Once the main drive gear is finished, it's time to add the rubber track. Now, the full wheel structure takes shape, no longer just a collection of scattered gears. If the rubber belt is too loose, the drive system won't run efficiently. This is where the tension spring helps. A small iron piece is inserted to act as a guide rail, adding extra flexibility to the wheel system. At this point, the wheel fabrication is pretty much complete. But the ambition doesn't stop there. Work continues on the excavator bucket and the hydraulic system. He cleverly uses a MIG welder's cutting function to get clean, straight cuts on the dirt bucket. Next, to give the dirt bucket a unique and interesting twist, he decides to add a cutting feature to it. This requires a powerful hydraulic system and a bucket heavy enough to crush anything inside it. First, he cuts out the jagged teeth, then grinds them to a razor-sharp edge. After months of work, the hydraulic system is finished and the vehicle is ready for its test run. The bolts are tightened and the final details are locked into place. And then, as he flips the switch, the bucket operates flawlessly, marking a highly successful project. Enjoyed the video? Comment below